Manchester United. Still talking EPL. We've got this on Manchester United, and indeed, Manchester United reportedly rejected the chance to sign Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi during the 2024 January transfer window. This was revealed by football transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Speaking with newsmen, according to Romano, Ndidi would have been a low-cost transfer for the Red Devils. Instead, when Ndidi left Leicester City, he went on to sign with Besiktas, despite being keen on the move to Old Trafford. Romano said, and I quote in the interview, "I can tell you that Wilfred Ndidi, from a midfielder from Leicester, now at Besiktas, was offered as an opportunity to Manchester United, a low-cost opportunity. The player was very keen on the move, but Manchester United decided immediately not to proceed." And that was coming directly from Fabrizio Romano. Transfer stories here live. We've got this one, not transfer of course, but still transfer a little bit. We've got this from Bali, and he says, "I do not have a club." The Bengals goalkeeper Stanley Bali has revealed he does not have a new club yet after he mutually terminated his contract with South African side Chippa United. He said, and I quote in an interview, he said, "To be honest with you, I do not have a club or a contract in front. It is an agreement that both parties who feel at peace with each other well. I can look forward to my career. I've been at the club for 4 years, and it's really nice working there. But we really need to move forward as players or managers. Football deals with happiness. My happiness comes first." Bali has lost his place as Chippa United first choice goalkeeper to Dumisani on his return from the 2025 AFCON. Sibi has posted 4 clean sheets in any league matches. However, Super Eagles shortstopper said that is not what forced him out of the club with 6 months left in his contract. He said, and I quote, "No, it is not like that. It doesn't sound like that. Before I went to Afghan, I was injured. Let me say, for the Pirates game, I was trying to fix myself for coming back strong for the team and also go to Afghan. So coming back from Afghan is an understanding between the chairman and me. You're coming back from a bigger tournament and I've been playing for 1 month, okay? You really need to rest like 1 or 2 games." That was before the decision was made. And ever since I arrived at this club, we have been talking like father and son, understanding literally every day. So as I said, when I talked to him, yes, it was difficult to take that kind of decision, but he feels like it's probably going to be the best for me, which, as I said, I made the decision myself. And that was coming directly from Stanley Bali. talking transfer. We have got this on Marcus Rashford as Diego Ramos seeks Real Madrid's return. Barcelona have decided to sign Marcus Rashford permanently from Manchester United. England attacker has performed really well on loan at Barcelona, and the good performance has made the club decide to pay Manchester United to buy him permanently. It is also thought that the big Catalan team want to sign Tottenham captain Cristian Romero. Luis Miguel Sanz from Sporting Spain says Barcelona have made a unanimous decision to pay the money required to keep Marcus Rashford on permanent transfer. He wrote an account Barca will use 30 million euros option to buy the player permanently in a deal that won't be discussed because Manchester United won't reduce their asking price by even €1. The Catalan club thinks that this price is fair, not too high, considering player skills and how much similar players in the position are what, which could go up a lot. In another development, there are stories that Sergio Ramos might come back to Real Madrid after he left his team in Mexico, Monterrey, in December. He has also been connected with possible return to Sevilla. But club sporting director Antonio Corden has stated that there is no financial possibility for that to happen. At 39, Sergio Ramos wants to keep playing soccer, and right now he's focused on playing in Spain. Two clubs have become possible, Sevilla and Real Madrid. Juan Sanz talked about how Chiringuito and said it is not the first time he offered himself to Real Madrid when things were tough. He also mentioned that he's always ready to join Sevilla because the two teams he loves the most are Real Madrid and Sevilla. Barcelona are looking to sign Romero. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo wrote, he said Cristian Romero, who is 27-year-old, has chosen to look for a new team in June, even though he still has a contract that runs until 2029. He's the captain of Tottenham. Still talking transfer. We've got this. Onyeka's move to Coventry City from African Footballer of the Year. Victor Ikpeba he's not celebrating Frank Onyeka's transfer from Bradford to Coventry City. Coventry City are currently leading the championship as they tied on point with Middlesbrough. Ikpeba said this move is a step back for a player of Onyeka's caliber. The Bradford midfielder finished his transfer to Coventry City on deadline day and in a loan agreement that lasts until the end of the season. The deal includes an option for Coventry City to buy him if they get promoted to the Premier League. Onyeka did not get much playing time in the first half of the season, starting only 3 games in the Carabao Cup. In the Premier League, he played 6 times as substitute. The former FC Aberdeen player was key, but unnoticed star as the Super Eagles won the bronze medal at the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Ikpeba said the moving down to the championship does not make sense, especially since the transfer to the Premier League or top team in France, Italy, or Spain would be better. It would be better show his skill than the good work he did in the African Cup of Nations. Ikpeba said he told newsmen, he said on account, these things happen in football when you don't get enough playing time. He's a top player who puts in everything he has. Even during the few times we've seen him play for Bradford, it is not nice for him to drop down to the championship. If he joined a top English club like Premier League team, that would be amazing. Or maybe he went to a good team like France, Italy, Spain, or the top league in another country. It is sad. It is really sad. The ex-Borussia Dortmund and Monaco striker added, I never played in the lower league during my 15 or 16-year career. I never thought I would get a chance to play in the second division. I had the chance to play in the second division towards the end of my career, and that was coming directly from Ikpeba. moving on, still talking transfer. But we've got this on PSG coach. Andy Akabi's moved to Liverpool. Coach of Paris Saint-Germain. For the Akabi has left the club for Liverpool. Before this, the club had fired set-piece coach Aaron Briggs halfway through the season, during which the Red had the worst set-piece performance in the Europe top 5 leagues. Liverpool have left in 12 goals at set plays this season, including one from a corner against Wolves in December. Briggs decided to leave just 2 days before Liverpool New Year Day match against Leeds United ended in a 0-0 draw. After Aaron Briggs left his role as set-piece coach and slot mover, Lewis Mahoney, who works as an analyst to the matchday bench. Mahoney joined Liverpool from Southampton in September and has worked as the team first team set-piece analyst. He mostly does jobs at the AXA training centre. The Red Devils had signed Bafode Diakabi, a top youth development coach who has worked for more than 10 years at Paris Saint-Germain Famous Academy, helping to train and develop young players. 36-year-old has officially started working as youth development phase the YDP academy coach at the AXA, and the job offer was confirmed in LinkedIn. PSG Academy is well known as one of Europe's top places for developing young talent, and it has helped create famous players like Kingsley Coman, Warren Zaire-Emery, Adrien Rabiot, and Presnel Kimpembe. You're still on to Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM. It's a program where we give you sports updates to your listening pleasure. Current and up-to-date sports news. And with that, we will take a short break. When we get back, we will give you the rest of the updates coming your way live. Happening around the world, talking soccer, boxing, a little bit of tennis, and the likes. And you can watch us live on iPower 1027 FM, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can also watch us on X at iPower 1027. Have you back on the program Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM, and we've got this directly on Alexi Iwobi. We've got this on Alexi Iwobi. Super Eagles and Milan defender, Fulham defender Alexi Iwobi has admitted to the Nigerian national team. He's in the state of waiting as the country holds for the potential lifeline of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking recently about the emotional weight of missing out on the global showpiece, Iwobi was asked if he would have preferred an AFCON 2025 trophy over the ticket to the World Cup. But the 29-year-old, his answer focuses on the dreams of his teammate. He said, and I coach, we're still waiting. Hopefully we can go to the World Cup. But I feel it is a tough one. It's a tough one because winning AFCON, it's a great legacy. It's a great thing to have, in your career, a memorable moment. But then at the same time, because I've been in the World Cup already, a lot of players haven't been. They would like to say, I want to go to the World Cup so I can be selfish and say, win the AFCON, and for my teammates to not go to the World Cup. So it is a tough one. I do not know. And that was coming directly from Alex Iwobi. Yes, moving on. Well, we've got this from Taiwo Wuni, the Nigerian striker. Taiwo Wuni has claimed Nottingham for a sweeter strike for January, following his brilliant solo goal in the 2-0 win over Brentford. Wuni doubled Forest advantage in the encounter after I got Jesus had given the visitors an early first half lead at the GTEC Community Stadium. Nigerian international produced a moment of individual quality after collecting the pass from England midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White, driving confidently into the Brentford penalty area before firing a low finish beyond goalkeeper Koamin Keller. The strike was selected from 7 nominated goals, claimed the monthly accolade, and marked Wuni's first goal of the season, and in a difficult start to the campaign. The 28-year-old has endured a challenging period, managing just 8 Premier League appearances and 1 goal so far, with a total of 204 minutes played across this outings. His struggle also led to his omission from Nottingham Forest UEFA Europa League squad. Former manager Nuno Espirito Santos opted for alternative attacking options. Wuni will now be open. The individual recognition serves as a turning point as he looks to build on the award-winning goal, regain confidence, and rediscover his best form for the remainder of the season. Yes, moving on. Well, we've got this from Super Eagles striker Terry Murphy, as he has promised Porto fans that he will repay their faith in him following his move from French League One side OGC Nice. Earlier this week, the Portuguese Giants confirmed the signing of Murphy on the half-season loan deal, which includes an option to buy clause. The Super English Eagle star switched to Portugal follows a difficult period at his parents' club. Their deep in relations necessitated a fresh start. The 26-year-old has already begun training with his new teammates and is eager to hit the ground running, despite having been out of the competitive action since the turn of the year. Porto's next fixture is a high-stake La Liga Portugal clash against Sporting CP at the Estadio do Dragão. According to Porto Estragos, Murphy could make his debut in the game counter, while he is unlikely to start due to lack of match fitness. The Nigerian international is expected to earn minutes off the bench. On Thursday, Murphy took to social media to express his hunger for success with the Dragons. He said, and I quote, "A new chapter, happy to be here. I'm grateful for the trust that placed, the trust placed in me by the great clubs and especially by fans. I can't wait to repay that trust." That was coming directly from Murphy. Yes, sir. Moving on, we have got this. On goes as a true Lukman, a Simeon, Griezmann, El Nigerian. Ademola Lukman expressed his delight after scoring his 100th career goal on Atletico Madrid debut. The coach, Diego Simeon, and teammate Antonio Griezmann raising the Nigerian impact on the 5-0 Copa del Rey quarter-final thrashing of Real Betis on Thursday. The striker milestone goal made him the first Nigerian player to score in the Premier League, the Bundesliga, Serie A, and the Copa del Rey. Lukman would join Atletico from Atlanta during the winter transfer window. He raced past the Betis defense in the 37 minutes and slotted the ball into the bottom corner to make it 3-0. His creative influence continued after halftime when he delivered a perfectly weighted pass for Griezmann to fire home Atletico fourth goal from the edge of the area. The 28-year-old has not found the net on his debut for his last 4 teams. He said, and I quote, "Very proud, very happy for my debut, especially for the performance of the team. The team, everyone in the dressing room worked on me in a very affectionate way. They made it easy for me. That is why I am very happy." Lukman said, and I quote, "I'll try to be regular in the season. Everyone works hard. There are things that can be improved, but But my intention is to continue working to improve, which is the important thing. And that was coming directly from Ademola Lookman. Yes, moving on, we have got this on the under-20 WWC and this on Falconet as they are confident ahead of the Senegal Clash and Gideon under-20 girls. The Falconet have expressed confidence in their readiness ahead of the today's 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women World Cup third round. First leg qualifier against Senegal at the MK Abiola Belguta Saturday and today. Speaking yesterday evening pre-match conference, head coach Moses Aduku, the team captain Joy Igbokwe highlighted the squad's preparedness, mindset and fitness level as they prepare for the decisive two-legged tie that will determine their progression to the World Cup finals. Aduku confirmed that the team has undergone intensive training in camp and remained fully focused on the task ahead. She said, and I quote in the interview, the players are fit, focused and ready. We have worked very hard in camp and we approach every match with seriousness and final to maintain the right mentality and match sharpness. And that was coming from Captain Igbokwe, the coach of the Under-20 Women World Cup. Moving on, where I've got this big one on Arteta, Miguel Arteta, and Arsenal start to push ahead of Sunderland's battle. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal ahead of Sunderland's battle. Arsenal have been plotting the Premier League title change since before pre-season began. Manager Mikel Arteta said they are prepared for potentially pivotal clash against Sunderland that could extend their lead at 9 points after 3 straight run-out finishes. Arteta said he believed because before the season began that Arsenal would end the title drought with the London side. Now 6 points clear of Manchester City is in their first league title since 2003 and 4. Arteta said the squad had stayed united and blocked out the noise surrounding the pressure of the title race, taking things day by day. He said, and I quote, before pre-season started, we started to prepare everything with the intention to be where we are and make sure the players are convinced that we are going to achieve it, then go day by day. That is, I don't like comparing this previous squad. It is an amazing group and they are doing an incredible job so far. And that was coming directly from Mikel Arteta. on, we have got this on Joe Rebo as he's ranked among top 10 highest paid championship players. The championship is known for its fierce and competitiveness, but it is a home to some of the highest paid players outside the Premier League, from established internationals to expensive signing clubs across second tier are investing heavily in title to chase promotions. With wages continuing to rise, the league top earners are now making headlines, and not always for the performance on the beach. From a former England international earning €150,000 per week to multiple Leicester City stars among the highest paid. The financial scale of the championship is becoming increasingly significant. There's a look at the top earners in the championship based on the weekly wages reported by newsmen. On the 10th on the list, we've got Hamza Choudhury, 50k euros per week, one of seven's Leicester City players on his list. Choudhury is still just 28 despite making his debut during the Sven-Goran Eriksson era. On the night of the Leeds, we've got Oliver Skip, who makes 50k euros a week. After Leicester won the championship in 2023-24, they signed Skip from Tottenham in a €20 million deal, offering him 5-year contract with what, €50,000 per week. He has been unable to prevent Leicester relegation from the Premier League or improve their promotion prospect this season. On 8 on the list, we've got Carlos Vicente has 50k euros per week. On 7th on the list, we've got Yannick Vestergaard at 60k euros per week. On 6th on the list, we've got Joe Aribo at 70k euros per week. On 5th on the list, we've got Patsy Daka at 75k euros per week. On 4th on the list, we've got Ricardo Pereira at 80k euros per week. On 3rd on the list, we've got Harry Winks at 90k euros per week. On 2nd on the list, we've got Mark Target at 100k euros per week. And on 1st on the list, we've got Calvin Phillips at 150k euros per week. What we just gave you is the top 10 highest paid championship players. Yes, moving on now. Well, we've got this from Rodrigo. Aziz to miss Madrid trip to Valencia. In Madrid could be without a thought that they are attacking stars to face Valencia at Mestalla tomorrow night as they look to keep the pressure on Barcelona at the top of the table. Despite some positive news in terms of their defensive option, Alvaro Arbeloa attacking option and looking much thinner at the point. Los Blancos will be without Jude Bellingham, who is now a week into his recovery from a minor hamstring tear, and Vinegas Jr. is also missing. The Brazilian picked up his 5th yellow card in La Liga from the Sun last week and is suspended against Valencia. According to recent reports, Rodrigo Goza could be added to Real Madrid injury list against Valencia. He did not train on Friday due to muscle discomfort and is now a doubt for the clash. He was due to play in Vinegar's place, but if he misses Valencia's game, he will miss 3 of Los Blancos' next 4 matches following his suspension in the Champions League. You talking Valencia coach? Well, we've got this on Sadiq Umar. Valencia head coach Carlos Caberan has refused to blame Super Eagles striker Sadiq Umar for his side Cup Del Rey exit following the 2-1 home defeat to Atletico Bilbao. Valencia were knocked out of the competition of a dramatic encounter at the Mestalla, where Sadiq found himself at the center of attention, scoring at both ends in the game that proved decisive. That's why the Nigerian forward unfortunate own goals. Miranda was quick to defend this player, insisting the incident should be not overshadow his overall contribution to the game. Valencia boss noted that own goals are part of football and praised Sadiq work rate and commitment, stressing that no player intentionally puts himself in such a situation. But Barron's comment underlined the club continued support for Sadiq, who has remained a hard-working presence since his arrival, despite the disappointment of the cup exit. Yes, quickly, let's move to the world of boxing. Let's see one or two from the world of boxing. One or two updates coming live from boxing. Well, we've got this on weather. As he tells Joshua to stay strong in his fight, Deontay Wilder has told British boxer Anthony Joshua to stay strong. Yes, he has told British boxer Anthony Joshua to stay strong. That's why the storms and trials going on. He told Anthony Joshua to stay strong and that his heavyweight rivals are easing his prayers following the death of two of Joshua's friends in December. Joshua suffered minor injuries in the road traffic accident in Nigeria on December 29 that killed Shinogami and Lativa Ayodele. The three were passengers in a vehicle that collided with a stationary truck on road near Lagos. In a boxing business, we are family. We that told Newsman, he said, and I go to from another brother to another brother. They encourage Anthony Joshua. Keep your head up, Anthony Joshua. Stay prayed up, bro, because you still got life. We will fight. Written Derek Chisora on April 4th in London, said the crash brought up Philip from the death of his cousin who was also killed in a car accident. It is tough to find the words to tell a person, but know that you are in our prayers. My word may not mean anything in this moment in time. Maybe later on. I don't know whether he is mentally, emotionally, physically or spiritually, but I know that I will advise him to stay strong. It's been a long time rival from our heavyweight world champion Joshua, and would never shared the ring. A proposed undisputed title fight collapsed in 2018, and Wilder held the WBC belt, and Joshua was WBA, WBO, and IBF champion. However, Wilder told Newsman he still believes a longer-awaited showdown with Joshua will finally happen. Talking boxing, I've got this from Solomon. Boxer Solomon shines at Rivers trial to Niger Delta game. Moving on, still talking boxing. Let's finally take this one from Solomon as he shines in River tries 4-9 to Delta Games. Teenage boxing sensation Joshua Solomon was the star attraction during Thursday's trial of Team Rivers as final preparation continued for the 2026 Delta Games at Dole State 2026. Joshua defeated O'Connors in the 70 kg class to pick up one of the tickets to represent the state in the boxing event at the upcoming games in Benin. Joshua stated, I quote in an interview, I am going to win gold in Dole State. I say it from my heart. I know I can achieve this in a women boxing trial. Naomi Anshaw impressed as she got the nod in the 54 weight class. She was understandably delighted with the body of work she put in and vowed not to rest on her laurels as she made it clear that gold in Dole State would represent the success for her. She said, and I quote, I started out with athletics and made a switch to boxing later. My message is to all who wish me well is that they should always pray for me. I will not forget them when I win gold in Dole State, and hopefully when that happens I will dedicate it to my grandmother who was always there to support me, always. She added, boxing coach of Team Rivers into Otuonye revealed that 8 boxers, 4 males and 4 females were selected after Wednesday's trials to represent River State at the upcoming games. She added that she was confident in chances of the boxers covering themselves in the glory of the game. Yes, and with that, we've come to a wrap on today's edition of Sports Diaries. Many thanks to those who make today's program possible. Many thanks to those who are here with me in the studios this morning. Until next time, many thanks to those who also tune in to listen to the program. Until next time, I remain your favorite sports diva. Keep loving the game and stay sporting. God bless you.